Hey guys, Illusionist Jason Bishop. I'm back with another random magic review. This is where I pull up a random video online, I watch it, and I give you my opinion on it as a professional illusionist. I've been a professional illusionist for well over 10 years. I've had 2 successful runs in New York City at the famed New Victory Theater on 42nd Street. I've performed at the Magic Castle. I've done magic on television in LA, in New York, in Toronto, in China, in Paris. And I pull up magic videos, like I said, I watch them, and I give you my thoughts on them. So this video is from Johnny Carson. It is a magic card trick from 1971. Now, Johnny Carson died it was almost 10 years ago already. It's been a while. He was a little before my time. He did The Tonight Show. People think he was the original host of The Tonight Show. He actually wasn't. I believe he was the second or third host of The Tonight Show, but he was far and away the most successful host of The Tonight Show. After him was Jay Leno, and then Conan O'Brien for a little bit, and now Jimmy Fallon, who's doing really well. Jimmy is probably the closest to Johnny Carson. He has the widest range of talent. I mean, Jay Leno was in there, but Jay was a stand-up and a very good host, frankly, but Jay really loved that monologue and was a great stand-up comic, no doubt about it. Johnny Carson, however, is one of the most talented people, in my belief, who has ever lived. He was a drummer, he was a magician, he was a well-accomplished amateur magician, but he was just a genuinely funny guy who understood comedy from an intellectual point of view, that he could break it down and he could even dissect what was funny about comedy. He could do slapstick, he could do physical comedy, he could just do goofy things. He would have guests on the air and he would interact with them and just be funny on the spot, just unbelievable. And he was a really gracious host as well. Johnny, a lot of hosts today have to be sort of the spotlight. Everything has to be about them. Johnny was really giving that way. If he could frame the situation and make the guest look amazing, he would totally do that without having to be the center of attention. But he was completely a sharp-minded guy, just so sharp and quick-witted, and any situation that happened, he could give a look or he could make up a joke on the spot. Just such a talented dude. I think Jimmy Fallon is super talented and probably, like I said, the closest all-around host, as close to Johnny as any other host has probably come. So I found this randomly. I was watching another video, the Lance Burton video that I posted, and this came up right after, and I thought, you know what, the camera's still here, let me roll this and see what's up. So it's Johnny Carson of the MDA Telethon. Again, the MDA Telethon, I don't think it's going on anymore. It supported muscular dystrophy, trying to find a cure as well as treatments for muscular dystrophy, which is just such a terrible disease that just, you know, robs people of their mobility and then eventually their lives many times. Jerry Lewis hosted it a ton, so he would have tons of celebrities and big magicians and singers and gymnastics and all these people to entertain you so that you would, you know, donate money and stuff. So apparently Johnny Carson came on in 1971 and performed a card trick. So let's see Johnny Carson do a card trick. I'm looking forward to this. I have never seen a clip of this at all anywhere, so I'm interested to see what he does.
So on the way over, so help me, I stopped and I picked up a deck of cards.
An average deck.
Just a normal deck of cards,
Normal
still
average
sealed.
deck. Still sealed.
Still sealed.
Hermetically sealed.
Hermetically sealed in this envelope. And I thought, just for the fun of it, we'll do a card trick. I know
Just for the fun of it, I hope so.
Until the big acts get here, I'll do it.
Until the big acts get here, he is, at the time, one of the biggest stars in the world, and he's sitting next to Jerry Lewis, who is also one of the biggest stars in the world. This is like Jim Carrey and Brad Pitt are sitting next to each other, and they're joking about how they're nothing. And you have to notice that creepy microphone. This looks like the scene where, you know, at the end of The Joker, where Robert De Niro gets shot by the Joker. Don't shoot him, Johnny. But, you know, they're sitting on there and they're smoking cigarettes. You could smoke cigarettes on TV back then. How crazy is that? Which is a little ironic considering they're trying to support, you know, muscular dystrophy, and they're, you know, getting cancer right there too. So,
Card trick. Hi, Johnny. Johnny Olson.
How's it going, John?
I have performed magic for many, many years, since I was like 15 years old, and I'm with Johnny Carson. He's having a hard time opening that pack of cards. Packs of cards sometimes are, I never have an easy time opening them. I know I should, and I should figure it out so I can do it in a second, but I always have a hard time opening a pack of cards.
The big trick is to get the cards open. I can't do. Thank you, Mike.
Now, when you say you
Gotta use your teeth.
When you say that you did magic, did you do a magic act?
I really did. I started when I was about 12.
It's before my time, but I think that's Mike Douglas, who had a show out of Philadelphia, actually, that was one of the biggest shows, too. It was like a talk show and stuff as well, and he would bring on variety artists and stuff. I'm pretty sure that's Mike Douglas. Might not be. Again, this is I wasn't even born when this clip came out. And, you know, Johnny has like kind of gray hair there, but he's still kind of a lot younger, actually, than I remembered him. You know, later he was obviously he got older, you know.
I did all the stuff. I used to do the levitations and you know, all of those different things.
Yeah, Johnny was in the Navy in World War II, and I think he was an officer because I guess he had gone to college and stuff. But he would actually entertain the enlisted guys, which is kind of unheard of, actually, that an officer would come down to the mess or some sort of rec area for the enlisted guys, you know, on the ship or on a base, and he would do jokes and magic and all this kind of stuff. And he just wanted to perform and be an entertainer. And then after that, he got into radio and just like sort of crushed that, and then did this. TV was just kind of coming up into its own then, and he had this afternoon show, I think it was, and then a game show after that, and just came up with TV, actually, and really honed his skills in TV. Really interesting story, really interesting guy. There's a couple biographies about him. You know, he could be kind of a jerk about some stuff, too, apparently later in life, but, you know, that's a shame, but super good entertainer, really interesting guy, and definitely worth a read.
Now I gotta get this open. Can you break that seal for me, Mike?
It's his henchman.
That's why you asked me, John?
Daytime working for nighttime.
There. Now, see, this deck is still got the jokers and everything. We gotta mix them up a little first.
With the quickness of the wind.
Grease an antelope.
I don't even know if that's a real shuffle. I think he's fanning him, putting him back. I think he's trying to shuffle him, but now he's doing springing the cards there and stuff. But, you know, he's not as smooth as a lot of other magicians. Although I heard that he did have some sleights that he was actually, you know, pretty good at. I mean, he could fool a regular person with card tricks and stuff. But, yeah, not quite the smoothness of a professional magician. But, man, his charm and stuff is through the freaking roof. Look at his face right here.
No, you really have to just, you know, get a mix. What would you like to do?
Never seen that as a shuffle. What is that?
Do they have an overhead? Because I have to stand to do this. And I don't want to overproduce it. It's not that big.
I'll lift this up now. Give me the radio mic and I'll hold it for you.
All right. Well, you got to be a part of this.
Oh, I have to be a part of it. All right.
Can't stand, can we?
Look at these crazy mics. They don't have lav mics or anything or booms. They have just mics on stands in front of them. It's kind of weird, actually.
Yes.
All right. How's it feel to be working with a partner again?
Cute, John. Really cute. You keep it up. I'll send letters. They'll keep Bishop on forever.
Oops. Drop one.
Should I get...
No, I'll get it. No. You ready?
Beautiful, yes.
No, I'll show you what I'm going to do. This is really very simple. We're going to take 10 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay?
Right.
I have not done this really for about 15 years, so if it goes badly, I will apologize and leave early. I have to empty the right pocket.
Right.
To show you that it's empty. That's my money I'll put over in this pocket. That's my money clip. Okay, 10 cards, right? Shall we count them again?
Yes, if you like.
4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10.
Right.
Good.
The idea is...
Watching Johnny Carson do anything is a masterclass as a performer. I mean, the guy's pacing and, you know, he raises his voice and lowers his voice. He has a joke at the right moment and stuff. This is a little more old school, and some of it's not as good as it could be in a sense, but these two guys, like, you know, Jerry Lewis and Johnny Carson, wow, to get to see them perform together is pretty cool.
Is a dog.
What?
Watch, spot,
Now, come on, this is a biggie.
Okay,
now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the cards one at a time. They're going to disappear from the left hand. They're going to travel down the sleeve. You won't believe this. They're going to travel down the right sleeve and into the pocket. It's empty, right? You can put it back in. Go ahead. Come on now, come on. Just fits in.
You're all right,
come
John.
All right.
Man, in his heyday, Jerry Lewis was a funny dude. So to see him next to Johnny Carson and Johnny Carson just like, I don't know, Jerry Lewis isn't even being that funny next to Carson. Carson just keeps throwing these little one-liners and these little bits of business out there and stuff. You know, Jerry Lewis reaches in his pocket, so he pretends he's getting, you know, grabbed or something, or, you know, touched. So it's just, yeah, it's interesting.
There goes card number 1 already. Mike, would you hold it? There's number 1. All right, now watch carefully. There's card number 2. Ready? Should be number 3. Are you ready for the next one? Should be number 4. Now, just to make sure that the cards are going one at a time, that leaves how many from 10?
4 from 10 is 8.
This is the man that's coming into your home.
Grown man. 6. There are 6 left.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, just to make sure they're passing one at a time.
Yes.
Would you pull the pocket inside out and leave the pocket out?
Leave it
Just
out.
Just
Yes,
make
of
sure
course.
that I have nothing concealed. Just pull the pocket out. Come on. Just pull the pocket out here.
Should have had it sewed.
Come on. We'll be shopping for furniture in a week. All right.
Okay.
We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards right in that
That's
hand.
right, 6
Now
cards.
hold that wrist. Mike, you want to hold that one? Now we'll let the 6th card go just like that. Which leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you'll reach in the pocket, let's see if number 6 has showed up. Number 6. So far, so good.
Magic isn't just about doing the trick, you know, it's about communicating the trick as well. And I think Johnny's doing a really good job of this because he's a really clear, good communicator. I think back in the day when you did radio and stuff, however the modulation worked in the radio, that's why people had voices like this. They're like, you know, like, we're here tonight in Hollywood, blah, blah, blah. It was because apparently the way the transmissions worked, it could muddle your voice. So you had to have like really distinct diction. And I'm not sure if that's where some of Johnny's ability to speak came from, was more, you know, back in the day when you just had to be a little bit clearer about stuff. And it's always good to enunciate, frankly. I'm terrible sometimes at enunciating. My words, blah, 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 my words just run together. But again, magic isn't just about doing the trick in a technical aspect. It's also about being a clear communicator and setting up the situation clearly. And I think Johnny's doing a pretty good job of that right now. And he's certainly being clear in some of his communication and pacing and stuff, like I said. So a lot of magicians would be served well to learn how to do that a little bit better. And a lot of older magicians know that because they really respected Johnny Carson. I mean, people of a certain age, just he was the thing. And you know what? If Johnny Carson was around today and he was the age of Jimmy Fallon or Stephen Colbert or Jimmy Kimmel, he would give them a run for their money because, and they know it, he was the king. That's why he's called the king of late night. I mean, the dude was the king, is the king. I don't know if anybody will ever be better than he was at late night, actually. So, such a talented guy.
Here's the next one. Have to watch this very closely because I don't move as well as I used to. There's the next one. One more. Back. And in. Ready? There goes the next one. Right? Nothing there?
No.
Nothing there?
No.
One there. That leaves one card.
Right.
Now, you can do this very slowly. You can put it in the hand like that and have it disappear little by little. Or you can take the card and you can put it in the hand like that and have it disappear and come out of the pocket. There we are. Number 10.
Wow. John, that was marvelous.
Wasn't the greatest trick in the world. It wasn't the worst trick in the world. It was a vehicle for Johnny's personality, and that I think worked really well for that, frankly. He just stands out. I mean, he's just such an entertaining, interesting guy. It wasn't the best I've ever seen him. I mean, if you ever want to look up like a highlight reel or something of Johnny Carson, I mean, you know, if you're into entertainment or studying entertainment, like I am to some degree and wish I was a little bit better at, then you would do well to watch as much of Johnny Carson as you possibly can. I actually listened to a podcast about Johnny Carson. There's a dude who does the Carson podcast, it's called, and I think he's like a TV writer, actually. I forget his name. And he's gotten like Mel Brooks and Rob Reiner and these people. Anybody who was on the Carson show or who knew Carson, he'll interview them and just get these really in-depth interviews about entertainment. And I always find it really fascinating, actually. So check out the Carson podcast if you're interested in just entertainment in general, television entertainment, or Johnny Carson. You know, he's really worth watching as much as you possibly can, you know, to try to learn how to be more of an entertainer who's on your toes and be a little bit quicker, and to see different angles to come at your comedy with and stuff, you know. I mean, was that the greatest magic trick in the world? No, but again, it was a vehicle for Johnny. He used just a random deck of cards that he just opened up. You know, it was perfect for that kind of a situation and scenario. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you like this, please crush that thumbs up button. Please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to get notified when I post new videos. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you on the next one.